Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
What up, gigolos and gigolettes? We're
going
here
on,
at Steven's house.
Studio.
The studio.
Table for Geeking and Drinking, episode
28.
28 with Matt,
Steven?
Eddie, and Steven.
Yes.
And Comfortable.
Just got that right.
No, with Steven, Eddie, and Matt. So we're
What's
out here
going on,
chilling.
guys?
We'll
We'll get to
go on to the
we'll
news.
get to the beer.
Get to the beers.
Do some intros.
This is my first time.
Ernest is back, baby.
Yeah. I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited. It's been
Really
a long time.
excited.
Just it's been a roller coaster of events, but it's cool, man. I'm happy to be back chilling with y'all.
We're glad to have you back, man.
Appreciate it.
So excited. We got a real stacked show, but like I said, intros. Matthew, how you doing, brother?
How y'all doing, guys?
How you doing?
I'm here. I'm alive.
You live?
Yeah.
All right.
Tired.
Live and alive.
Yes. Very tired, though.
Brother Steven, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just a little tired. Son actually started school this week, so that's a whole other thing. But other than that, hey man, I'm here. I'm energetic. I'm ready to drink some beer.
Just reminded
yes,
me.
finally.
Yes, it's been a long weekend, man. Oh,
It's been a week.
it's gonna be a long.
hot.
It's been a long week, and I'm sure it's gonna be a shorter weekend.
Yeah.
It's been
It
a
was
week, baby.
a long
hot.
night for me
Hot.
last night.
Hey, but tomorrow should be fun.
What's
It's
tomorrow?
Saturday.
Yeah, tomorrow might be.
I'm
Oh
off
my
the
God.
weekend, so.
I guess everybody forgot.
I didn't forget. I know what it is. I'm cooking, man. Jeez.
Yes. So we had a birthday this week, as you can see on our stories.
Who was it?
Who could it be though?
Who was it? Who was it? Who
Jack?
was it?
It
Who
was
was
one of
it?
the four of
Who was
us.
it? Who
It
was
was
it?
Jack's
He
birthday.
turned 21.
Steven's dog.
Yeah, Steven's dog.
No, Eddie turned 21
Yeah.
this week.
Wait, what?
Happy belated
Jack's,
birthday, man.
Jackson's birthday is on the other A month,
April.
April.
Oh,
Talking about a
Okay.
dog.
yeah.
Yes,
Dog
Eddie
your birthday.
turned 50
The
this
love.
week.
The love.
Let's wish him a nice 50th anniversary.
29, baby.
49. It's 49.
Oh,
It's 1 year away from 50.
Tomato. No, it was fun. I mean, like I said, my birthday was Wednesday. I spent the whole day sitting in bed
Doing
watching
nothing.
Sleeping.
season 3 of Glow. Amazing show. We'll get to it later. But yeah, it was fun. We had lunch today at work. It was, we had a pretty good lunch.
what did y'all eat?
Tacos.
Mexican
Tacos.
food.
Tacos.
He had tacos.
Tacos.
Most
Chicken
everybody else had
tacos.
plates.
My friend Marty bought
Such a
me
boy.
a 4-pack of the Texas Beer Co. Was it Fuzzy Peach IPA?
Happy Cloud.
Happy Cloud. There you go. The Happy Cloud. There it is.
Peach as an insult.
How was it?
No, it's made with. It's
It's made with peaches.
How was
It's
it?
just-
How was it?
Oh, it's so
How
good.
was it?
So good.
Fuzzy IPA.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it's made with peaches.
It's hazy.
It was good.
Hazy.
Catching at Molinas on North Alamo.
While supplies last.
Yeah, while supplies last, baby. But yeah, we are back after taking a week off. I said, we had a lot of stuff going on, and in the world, a lot of stuff is going on. Unfortunately, not always the best stuff going on in the world. Had some incidents, going on in El Paso and Dayton. Our thoughts and prayers are out to everybody who was affected by those events. It kind of hit close to home, being in El Paso. So
Being in Texas, yeah.
yeah, so like I say, it's been a rough kind of 2 weeks, being in Texas and having, just living in a world where this shit kind of happens. And one thing that's out there is just like, us here at this table, we all love TV, we all love movies, we all love music, and it's been put out there that all this stuff, it's kind of causing this issue, which is complete utterly bullshit. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, especially
Yes.
the blaming of video games.
Video games,
Yes, 'cause
music.
Minecraft makes you wanna.
My head's on right.
Hold on, I'm gonna be right
Go do
back.
some
Y'all,
crazy-
y'all keep talking. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
fix
you're
some
good.
crazy
You're
stuff.
good. You're good. Like I said, it's
He's gonna get the Bill of Rights.
people. People placing the blame on shit that doesn't, that has nothing to do with what's going on in the world, and kind of avoiding, the real issue.
Yes.
We won't get into it in this show, because we like to provide you with stuff that will, take your mind off this stuff. And,
Just hot takes.
like I said, but we couldn't go without mentioning it. Like I said, it did hit close to home, and we do live in a world where this shit happens, and unfortunately, it's it kind of it's scary. But for those out there that say video games, movies, or heavy ass music are to blame, here's a big ol' F you
F
to
you.
all of you guys, okay? It's not the problem. So with that being said, hey guys, Slipknot had a new album out this.
Damn.
That's our first topic of the
But
night.
Before we get to the topics, though, how about the beer?
Yeah, man, we need to
Oh.
open the beer, bro.
Yes.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Damn. I know.
So guys, it is August,
Fall season.
but we're starting October early this year.
Limited time seasonal.
From a new
A
new
White
brewery,
Castle beer.
Legal Draft beer company from Arlington, Texas. This is their Steven?
Lawktoberfest.
Lawktoberfest.
And that's how I'm gonna say it. That's how I'm gonna say it because that's what it looks like to me. But
It's an Oktoberfest.
It's an Oktoberfest. It's their Oktoberfest. I don't know about Ernest. Have you ever had
This
any
is like my
Oktoberfest?
first
Seasonal beer?
Yeah, seasonal beer like ever.
But you never even had Oktoberfest. Okay, so let me
baby.
just a little backstory. Well, not I'm not gonna explain about the beer, but
Pop my cherry.
me and Matthew and Eddie, this is like our favorite time of the year. We love Oktoberfest and
first craft beer is actually an Oktoberfest, thanks to Steven.
yeah. So there you go.
Thank you,
and
big brother.
I think you're really gonna enjoy these. These are really really good.
So we don't get PTSD.
Yeah.
So let's crack them open, guys.
Like I said, this is from Legal Draft Beer Company in Arlington, Texas. This is gonna be kind of starting a little thing we're gonna be going on for a good about 3 months from here on out. We're gonna be try to feature nothing but Oktoberfest beers in celebration of the season, of Oktoberfest. So we got our glasses, pouring them in. For those of you who are on audio listening, what's up? Like I said, Legal Draft, check them out. They have plenty of beers, awesome. And, there it is. Bam. Know your rights, baby.
Matt, don't drop the can this time.
What?
All right, guys. Well, let's
Nah,
cheers.
nothing goes on top of Batman.
Yes.
Let's cheers.
Except for Catwoman.
Oh.
And Batgirl and that.
Or Batgirl, yeah.
and Killing Joke.
Cheers, guys.
This looks good.
Rolls.
Smells good.
That is Oktoberfest.
Nice and malty.
That is, yeah.
That is pretty dang
That
good.
is
I'm
really
not gonna
good.
lie.
That
This
is
is
smooth.
I've had some other beers from Legal Draft, but this is the first time I've ever had their Oktoberfest, and this
Yes.
is
I had
pretty damn good. It's
their-
really good. Damn.
And this
So
is
that's
the first time we featured
Forgot
Legal
what
Draft
it's called.
on the show. So, stay tuned for, future episodes. We're going to feature more of them on the show.
That is really good. That's
It's in the
tasty.
purple can. It's called Sylvester something. It's something clever
Yeah,
named.
I remember you
It's
you
good.
posted about it.
Yeah, I posted about it on the page. So go look it up.
Go look it up, yo.
But yeah, so let's get back to our first topic. Like I said, guys, Slipknot just released a new album this past week. We Are Not Your Kind, which is their 6th studio album.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like about 20 years since they released their first, they exploded on the scene.
They made it big back in my freshman year, which is in '99,
Which is a long time ago.
Yeah, so
Ew,
20 years. 20 years. They've been at it for 20 years. I mean, they've had some ups and downs, some
Was a little
tragedies, and some illnesses, and
And tragic death.
Yeah.
that's what I
The
said,
band,
tragedies,
tragedies.
stuff like that. But I mean, they've stuck it out. They've
Always bounced back.
Always come back. They've always, been ready about other people that have criticized them. And then again, like you were saying, they've been, probably, the same thing where they had fingers pointed at them because of some of their lyrics that they've written, especially from the first album. And
And then, at their shows too. Like,
and then their
recently-
shows. And then the thing is, too, guys, 20 years. If you don't know who Slipknot is, shame on you, because I mean, one of the things about this band is that they wear masks, and they always change. Most of the time, they always change up their mask, and so they always get criticized about that too. It's like they're not artists because they gotta wear masks and they gotta beat each other up and this and that, blah blah blah. Man, you know what? Shut up, because they entertain you. They put on a good show. Their music is good,
And for a majority of their fans, it's a release. It's listening to the music or even experiencing them in concert. That beating themselves up, complaint is a release. It's whether you want to believe it or not, it's a healthy environment to be a part of, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I personally never been to a Slipknot concert, but I have been to metal shows and hardcore shows, and it's not the problem. It's really not. It's far from the problem. Like I said, for me, I get angry, I get down, listen to heavy music. It's a release for me, and and for a lot of people out there, it is. This album came out this week. We're Not Your Kind, which is I think is their sixth studio album.
Yes, I believe that is their sixth studio album. The title came from a lyric. I'm not sure if it's from one of the songs that is currently on the album or from a past song of theirs, but that's where the title of the album comes from. And I mean, dude, I don't want to move too far away from the negativity. I mean, not that I'm trying to avoid it or anything, but just I want to focus on the album. So this new album came out this year.
This week.
This is probably one of their most albums that I've been really excited about. That listening to it, I'm like, oh shit, this is.
Well, when it came out last Friday, me and Ernest were working in the van. I saw it come out, and we listened to it the whole time, just listened to the whole album, and sweating, yeah.
Sweating, grinding.
Right off the back, one of my favorite songs on the album is "A Liar's Funeral." It starts off slow because it kind of brings you back to those Vermilion feels, when it had the slow acoustic sound, but snuff, but it immediately changes course and just goes into this heavy, just raw, kind of in your face, just awesome of a song. And you can tell Ernest, I was just like, oh, this song is just getting me right now. It's getting me.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I did. No, but it was, it's the standout song for me. Other songs that stood out for me were Birth of the Cruel and
that's a pretty good one.
And what is it? Solway Firth.
So Firth. And I'll segue into that one in a little bit, but just again, I want to talk about the album. I got a couple of things I want to say, but I want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think? Is Ernest too? Is this something you're into? You've been into? Have you ever heard Slipknot before?
Talked about this. I think the second episode I've been on.
Stevie's boring me to death.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't grow up with them. However, I do listen to them on the radio. I've only heard their main, the top
What's
songs.
on the radio? Yeah.
But the album's heavy. Which is cool. There's a lot of breakdowns. There's a lot of riffs in it. I dig it. I mean, it's something I probably take to the gym with me. I got a kick out of watching Eddie just go crazy in the van.
Kind of like Jim Carrey on me myself.
Yeah, that stuff don't bother me. I mean, it's cool as they're always creative. I mean, it's cool as they're always gonna be there. No matter what generation. So, all the negativity and they feed off that. So.
And Matt, what about you?
Oh, my turn. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I mean, I only went through it fully for about once or twice, and some songs that I liked were Spiders. I just liked the creepy piano tones.
Sound like a Michael Myers song.
And that's one of the things they've always done, even since their first album. They've always had that kind of creepy kind of style, but it's really good.
Scary.
And then
Scary dudes.
Nor Forte was a good one.
Yeah.
That I loved a lot. Man, I've been listening to Slipknot. I just been listening to their old stuff recently. All Hope Is Gone with Psychosocial, all that.
You talking about old stuff? He's talking about old stuff. He's talking about All Hope Is Gone as old stuff, man. Dude, I'm going back to their self-titled album and second album.
Oh yeah, I know.
And spit it out, and people equal shit.
People equal shit. My Plague, the Heretic Anthem.
Yeah.
Sure,
I like that.
Sure, why not?
I like
cool.
Before I Forget too.
That's from their third album, Subliminal Verses. But no. So yeah, I mean, again, this album is I mean, I even posted on our Instagram. This album fucking rocks, dude. It's freaking awesome. It's good.
It rocks my socks.
One of the ones that he mentioned, Nero Forte, that's probably one of my favorites. But I think like my actual favorite that actually kind of took me back to the Iowa days of Slipknot was Red Flag.
Yeah.
Red Flag, dude. That one hits hard, dude. I mean,
It hits hard.
it hits hard.
So it's like how it's still like it's still heavy, but it has the melodic
Yeah, it really does.
melodic tones and certain songs. Like Spiders is one of them. There's another one.
Orphan's another good one.
That one.
So Way Firth, one of
Yeah.
the last ones. Like, yeah, better.
Birth of the Cruel can
They're
kinda
awesome
be
songs.
melodic,
Dude,
but then it
Birds of the
goes-
Cruel, just kind of like, you just like it's just like a bouncy song, like like it just goes and then he just gets in hard with it, like
Damn, man.
love it.
They're so sexual.
I
Love it.
It's hard.
So and then when y'all mentioned Soulway Firth, and the thing about that one too, that one came out when that was kind of their second, I guess you want to say,
Single?
single.
Yeah, after Unsainted.
After Unsainted, which was promoting for the Boys on Amazon Prime.
Excellent segue, baby.
So
Well, I know Matthew and Ernest probably haven't watched it.
No, it was homework, and
It was homework.
yeah, I just haven't gotten into it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not that I don't want to.
I'm not good at
I mean,
homework.
I've seen the previews, and it looks awesome. It's just like, I have other things, man. I mean, I haven't even been on the show.
But I mean, but I also give it to Ernest though. I mean,
Yeah.
he's also been trying to catch up with Stranger Things.
Yeah, man, digging it.
So am I.
Diggity dog.
But yes, The Boys on Amazon. I finished it. Steven finished it.
Y'all finished it?
Yeah,
I mean, you
I'm
binge
already
watched
like watching
yeah.
it like again.
Is that good though?
it's
Yes,
that good.
it's really good.
I remember
really
wrong.
good.
I dig the previews.
I've been trying to get my wife into it. I think she likes it, but I'm
Hold on, wait.
I can be unsure.
Hold on,
Let me
wait,
confirm that.
Wife, do you like it?
You like the boys?
It was confirmed. Okay.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
I mean, yeah. She's so confused.
I didn't know.
She doesn't know what to do with her hands.
I didn't know it was a Garth Ennis book. Of course, Garth Ennis is the writer for Preacher, which was
Yeah,
another
and then,
adaptation from
and,
several.
yeah,
And
the show
in which
is
Seth Rogen.
yeah, and
Seth
Evan
Rogen
Goldberg.
and they
They
who were also producers for Preacher, and AMC were also producers
from
for
The
this
Boys,
show.
Yeah.
and the thing is,
They
like I said,
adapted another Garth
I
Ennis,
think
Garth Ennis title.
didn't Seth Rogen make a cameo on The Boys?
no, I
thought he did.
Anyway,
But I mean, you could totally tell that he has this. If you've seen Preacher, you could totally tell that he has his his foot in this, because like I said, it's not like a raunchy, funny superhero show. It's a like everybody describes it. It's a adult show that has superheroes in the world.
Well, the thing is that it's not a superhero show because it's not like
Yeah, it's really not.
It's not.
It's not
They're not the main characters.
It's not that they're not main characters, but it's like they're not
the way they're portrayed.
the way they're portrayed is that they're not showing them as like, oh, they're these heroic people, kind of
Oh,
like
like
Batman
the
versus
MCU,
It's like the scum of the
regular
earth
superheroes.
has
Suits.
superpowers.
Yeah,
Oh.
So
it's just like celebrities that have superpowers that take advantage of what they have.
Yeah.
Right on.
and like not only from like a standpoint of person with power trying to take advantage of like a young female associate, also in like the religion standpoint, like it kind of like it kind of tackles some pretty edgy stuff.
Some pretty heavy
And
issues too.
and thing is like I like the way they tackled it, and I love the world building they do, because it's a corporation that technically owns these superheroes and the rights to them, and
Yeah,
they,
because-
and they dictate where they go and what they patrol.
And yeah, and like in the first episode, they're the person who's in charge of this company called Vault is right Vault.
Yeah.
Vault. She's trying to sell onto the governor of Ohio a superhero, and like we want this much money from them, like $300 million.
Yeah.
And y'all have them in y'all city, and you can use this kind of person, and they even go as far as into like diversity and like these type of people like him, and he's got a real good go with
like
this,
his demographic.
this demographic and this and that, and they just kind of like pawn him off and stuff like that, and it's crazy. And I mean, even like I said, just some of the stuff that they go on, and then so also the main part of it too is like, also in the first episode is a situation happens with a superhero and someone's love of their life, and
it kind of like sets the course for the whole show.
It's like they're trying to expose. It's this group of mischiefs that are trying to expose superheroes for what they really are and what they don't represent, which is what these superheroes are trying to represent.
And I'll tell you one thing. It's not a spoiler. I won't tell you exactly what they show, but there is a scene where they go to a club and spy on superheroes that think they're not being watched, and they're being watched in this club and doing things that that they think no one else is seeing. So it's like I said, like they're trying to expose them them for who they really are. Like I said, it's a great show.
It's a great summary. I'm sold.
Check it out. Like I kid you not, you're gonna watch it and be like, holy shit! Like they're really going there. Check it out. We're not gonna spoil it. God damn it, Matthew.
Well, not only that, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably don't even know what this was, and
and it's on Amazon Prime only.
Yeah,
so.
it's an Amazon
only.
Amazon original, so it's on Amazon
Only.
Prime. You can watch it if you have Amazon Prime or know
Video.
someone who may have Amazon.
Yeah,
Prime.
if you have Amazon Prime, you can have Amazon Video for free. So check it out. Great show.
Looks great.
I know if you have T-Mobile, you have it for free.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Either it's T-Mobile or
No, because T-Mobile offers
Metro by T-Mobile.
Hulu.
T-Mobile offers Netflix for free.
I think Metro is the
What?
one that offers.
Yeah, so.
Prime.
He's like, what? Wait, what?
Wait,
Where have I
my
been?
stuff for free.
What's
missing
going
out.
on here? So,
I've been on this show.
but yeah,
Things are
dude. I mean,
changing.
I that's what we were saying. Strongly recommend watching The Boys, especially you guys out there. If you have not seen it, watch The Boys. It's a pretty
Looking forward
amazing
to it.
show. It's
I'm just that type of guy. I can't just jump from like show to show. Like I gotta knock things out.
if you're also like, I kind of almost took it. If you're a fan of like Watchmen, I think you would like this.
Cool.
Especially Preacher too.
So how you guys liking? How you guys liking the beer?
It's good.
Delicious.
I can get I get like a hint of like kind of like a caramel kind of.
Yeah,
like
kind
a
of
hint.
reminds me of that Village a little bit, but I think I'm more. But
Yeah.
it's smooth.
He was really the village idiot that night.
Oh. And with that burn, we're gonna take a little break.
Well, hold on. Before we go, I kind of want to touch on something. Oh wait, no, I don't want to touch on anything.
Yeah. Let's take a break. Yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll get back to the show. Come back. What's going on, guys? And we are back from our break. We got some more beers, and we're ready to tackle some more stuff. We just got to finish talking about the new Slipknot album, "We Are Not Your Kind," and we briefly discussed The Boys on Amazon Prime. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. It's great show, and I know these two got to check it out. So
Lawktoberfest.
yeah, and we're drinking Oktoberfest from Legal Draft, Arlington, Texas. So
This is the first time Ernest has ever had any type of Oktoberfest, and looks like he's actually enjoying
Yeah.
it.
I like it.
I like it a little bit.
So good, so freaking good. No, it's good.
you like that caramel taste?
So right now,
It's all right.
Matt, Ernest, and Eddie are using the geeking and drinking glasses.
Oh,
So-
and you're using a glass from a local bar, aren't you?
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, Derek. I saw that. I get that cue. Derek Jenkins glasses. So you can see it. Get closer, but if not, I'll take a picture and send it on Instagram later. But Derek Jenkins from DJ's Custom Etching on Etsy.com. Link in the description below. So click it. Get some cool glasses. He's pretty awesome. Tell him we sent you.
And then, of course, me, I'm actually using a different glass here, and I'm actually drinking, like Eddie said, from a local bar here in San Antonio.
Shout out to El Luchador Bar.
Sweet ass glass.
If you are interested in going to go visit this bar, the address is 622 Roosevelt.
That is
So,
Roosevelt in San Antonio.
Across from Roosevelt Park downtown.
Yeah,
Pretty much across.
Yeah.
from Roosevelt.
pretty good bar.
I don't know. The last time I went there, it was pretty hectic.
But they get pretty packed. So
But
you know,
it was because it was one of the bartender's first day ever bartending in his life. So he was
No, man.
a little
no.
bit overwhelmed.
They were packed. Nah.
They were packed. They were busy.
They do have
also the first episode of Game of Thrones season 8.
they do have wrestling
we're
events.
not invited.
I know they have trivia night sometimes. So
Which is exactly how I kind of won this one. Well, it wasn't trivia. It was loteria.
it wasn't trivia. I stole it.
No, I don't.
I just
I
took
don't
it.
do that
I don't do that no more.
anymore.
Anymore. Not since that one time.
So,
What's the rundown, Steven?
so like Eddie was saying, you know, we were talking about the boys.
Hey, don't take
and,
my pictures. Don't take my pictures. I'm just kidding.
And of
Don't sweat that.
course, someone always tells us he never has time to go and watch some of this stuff. But,
Oh my gosh.
oh my God,
It's really happening.
Who is this?
Is
Who
that
this guy?
is that my
on my
is that
essay,
myessay.com?
You know,
Yes,
on the Express News.
Is that an article from
Facebook
myessay.com?
page?
Yeah.
No, it's from the
Heavy.
actual site.
From,
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
My
their
San
that's
Antonio.
that's their
Sorry, man.
that's
This
my
is grass,
that's
grass.
the Express News'
Hey, at least I'm
website.
on-
Is that
I'm on the
Matthew
website
drinking a
in payments.
Modelo?
That's our very own Matthew, and you know, I'll post the picture on the video too. But yeah, this is our very own Matthew at Electric Fields. What was
Boom,
was
roasted.
that? And Paper Tiger. Also, another music venue here in San Antonio.
Used to be
Shouts
the
out.
legendary
The
White
legendary
Rabbit.
White Rabbit.
pizzeria.
So
RP.
we all know why
Even though the pizza sucked.
we all know why
I said it.
we all know why Matt can watch The Boys or you know, some of the other stuff that we send him. But you know,
Because he's getting his electric fuse
he's
on
getting his electric fuse
Yes.
on.
with some guy that he bitched.
Some random
And
dude
then at that,
that
I mean,
that wanted to take a bitch with them.
Oh my gosh.
That was funny as
This
hell,
is really
dude.
happening.
yes.
Goddamn autocorrect.
Our father.
It's funny though that the autocorrect went to bitch from what the actual
from-
word that he
from
was
pig.
trying to.
How many times did you
From
type that
pig.
word, man?
That wasn't me. Oh wait, well, was it me?
Yeah, it was you.
Oh. I didn't know this. I was wondering why.
Yeah, because like
Why are they laughing at
because our dad sent us that picture of Matthew on the website, and my dad was asking like, "Oh, who's that guy in the picture?" And Matthew sent it. You know, he goes, "Oh no, this is Matthew's message." It read, "I don't know. It was just some guy who wanted to take a bitch with me." And we're like, and my dad responded, "What? You want to take a
Which
bitch
one?"
with you?"
Which, oh my god.
I was
Imagine-
tired, so I didn't.
and Matthew was
catch what
all like-
going on.
And he had no idea. He's like,
Until now.
"Yeah, he liked my shirt."
He liked my shirt.
Yeah, and now I. Oh my god.
Dude,
No.
Got him. Got him.
That was funny.
Got him.
He just walked.
Got him.
The dude just walked up to me because he saw my shirt. This is Such Gold shirt. The band. It's a like punk band. And he said his cousin plays in the band and sings in the band, so he was like
Oh, he lying.
excited. I was like, "Why are you doing over here in San Antonio? They're from New York."
For real, man.
Oh, wait, he definitely lying.
He definitely lied.
He just wanted to bitch with you.
No, I mean, it was a fun time. I mean, I got in for free.
He totally wanted to bitch with you, dude. So, before we took we break, I don't know what I was gonna go with this.
We were talking about the boys.
We were talking about the boys' new Slipknot album. So just kind of keeping the music part as well. Atreyu released their new album in our wake last year. What was it?
Oh, it's this year.
Was it this year?
I believe so.
That was the end of last year, towards the end of last
Might be
year.
right.
But they released their. Can you cut that out? They released their deluxe edition just this month.
Ooh, today actually.
Yeah, and so it's got some new songs on there, and they're pretty awesome. I don't know if you've heard them yet.
Who?
Atreyu.
We were
Um,
listening to it. When
I've
we were
been jamming out some.
When
But
did,
they're more y'all's band.
But one of the songs that I like on there that's actually it's an acoustic version of one of the songs that was originally on the album, In Our Wake. If you haven't heard the acoustic version, oh my god, that it made me appreciate that song even more. And listening to it in acoustic, you know, I'm a sucker for acoustic music, and just listening to that, it was just like, oh my god, it's fucking awesome. And then another one of their songs that I was telling you that I really like that you said they released that album or that song before. It was what was it?
Yeah.
And others.
It's Britney, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch.
It's
While
Britney,
others
bitch.
live or something like that.
Something like that. Let others live.
Damn.
It's like Toxic.
Here's a sneak peek.
So others may live.
So others may live. There you go.
Yeah, I guess they just released it on this kind of like as a B-side, but it was released a couple years ago. I liked it. I haven't listened to the other additional songs on this.
Generations is another good one.
I heard that
That's
one.
on
That
there.
one was good. Real quick, what's going on, Paul? We see you on Facebook Live. What's going on? But yeah, so I try you did release that, kind of special, additional songs. But we also got.
I sat in gum.
Hey, just to let you know, you can see that on Facebook.
I looked.
I looked.
So,
See, he's right there. He's looking. He's making sure right now. look at him. He's doing it. Sorry, guys. We're looking at the playback on the Facebook Live, and Ernest totally got Matthew.
Yeah, too much of these.
shouts out Damon.
Ernest,
Shouts out Sid.
Ernest,
Shouts out
we have
Matt.
missed you. We have missed you. He's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing with the wanting to take a bitch with them.
Let's go. Let's just wrap this up and go home already.
So so let's talk about one other topic that I know these two weren't around for. Just so we get that out of the way. Last week, I came over here. We had a bit of a movie night. Yeah. And we watched.
Netflix and chilling?
Yeah, what was Netflix? We read Box and Chilled.
Oh,
We read box and chill.
Oh God.
Hot box and shit.
right on.
We watched Pet Sematary.
Pet Symmetry.
Yeah, Symmetry, because that's the way they
Symmetry?
fucking spell it.
Symmetry.
Fucking damn kids don't know how
It
to
is
spell
what it sounds
cemetery.
Dumbasses.
Dumbass. Yeah, exactly.
They even call it out in the movie too.
It's like symmetry.
Multiple times. They're like, is that spelled wrong?
Wrong.
Yes, it's spelled wrong.
I'm gonna
It
let
looks-
you guys know right now. You guys need to watch this movie because it's like the best comedy ever.
It's so
Best comedy of the year.
stupid.
Awesome.
It was probably the worst movie I've seen so far all year. I'm not even gonna lie. It was pretty
Do I
bad.
watch it or do I not?
He's confused.
Just wait till it's on cable.
He can't wait till it's on DVD because it's already on DVD.
I'm trying to get rid of cable.
Oh.
So
On
okay,
Netflix.
just let me do. Okay, so you know how a lot of '80s movies and '90s movies get a lot of bad rep because of their bad graphics and their bad
We talked about
CGI
that
and
was
stuff like that.
The golden age of practical effects, and I love practical
Okay,
effects.
well, I'm
People
gonna tell you
really
right
tried.
now, the remake of Pet Sematary was the worst effects ever. Terrible story. The original is like 100 times better, like 2 times better than this remake.
You can't beat the old horror movie practical effects.
Okay, no, but
Dummies,
I mean,
squishing heads.
but
like that. But
with
now,
it,
I mean,
with it,
yeah.
it is really good. But considering the fact that when the original It movie was a TV movie, and these are the one that's out now is actually a movie that comes out in theaters and has a
Great graphics.
rating where it, like you said, a lot of the stuff that they show, and that's what makes it good. This movie drug on to get to the point for so long, and then when it finally got to that
even though
point,
we already knew what the point was.
even though we already knew what it was, by the time you even get to that point, it was just like rushed so bad, and I was just like, I mean, we really couldn't take it seriously. I mean, even our wives were just like, making jokes with us about what was going on in the movie.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
It was not
Sorry, I was
good.
checking.
I was all lock hands.
Sorry.
What?
I don't know. It's got cuts on my arm and my hand. I got
Yeah.
burned. I burned myself on the
Yeah,
on the
keep this
oven.
going. I'll be back.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this going. He's leaving us again.
Yeah. Cause never mind.
So, but yeah, I mean, it was just such a terrible movie.
That's I never really heard anybody talk about it.
It kind of sucks because one of the things I did like about it, that it did give a shout out to the It movies, because in one of the parts it shows dairy, like 20 miles dairy. I thought that was pretty cool. And I showed him. I was like, "Oh, look, you see what it said? It said dairy." Then that's where it takes place. I thought it was pretty cool. But other than that, I was like, lame. So, what else you guys got for me?
Man, I don't know what else y'all talked about in the past couple episodes. I know more or less, but right now my mind is like lost.
Lost. We talked about
Lost.
Lost. No, we didn't talk about Lost.
Oh my God. I was like, I never even seen Lost.
What did we talk about in the last episode, man? Like, what
Well, our
was
last
going on?
episode-
5,
Yeah, what
6.
was it? Chatting.
Oh yeah, remember we we just kind of had a real chill conversation. I honestly forgot what we talked about.
Yeah, I mean,
It was just so chill that we just
we talked
forgot
about
what it
Lion
was.
King. We talked about
I haven't seen it.
We
Haven't
did talk
seen it.
about The Boys a little bit.
talk about how Disney has 5 movies this year reaching $1 billion.
Yeah,
Box
and actually
office.
we were wrong about that because in the last episode we did say that
Toy Story.
Toy Story 4 reached $1 billion.
But-
and
But it just
recently.
recently,
Yes.
yeah, like
reached $1 billion.
yesterday. Or
I didn't know it was still even in the theaters.
You gay boy.
And I know he's been a little anxious to talk about this. So, what did you think about the new Spider-Man movie?
I love it, man.
I know it's been
can
out
we,
for.
can we talk
I know
about
it's
it,
been-
or
yeah,
spoil
we're good to
Talk
talk about it.
Okay,
Go
for
ahead.
full disclosure, guys,
Eddie hasn't taken the time to see it,
Steven,
even though he lives
He gets
right
with
across the
MJ.
street from a movie theater that has Matt
Steven,
Against that MJ.
Steven, Matt,
That's with
Ernest have all
MJ.
seen Spider-Man Far From Home.
There's a rule. Did you
I
talk about
haven't
the
had the opportunity to go see it yet. So there is a rule that if 3 of us at the table have seen it and one hasn't, it's full blown spoilers. So
and it's
go ahead,
And if you haven't, get
I don't
out.
want to spoil
Get
the
out.
last interview.
Just-
Yeah,
I
I mean-
really want you to watch it.
just do it. Just
No.
But I mean, it's just it's really good. It's to me, it's more touching than
It's nice
anything
fancy-
as far as
it's nice.
I think the one thing you do know though is that there is no multiverse in
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
it was all a lie.
Because we know it's Mysterio. Mysterio.
Yeah.
Does.
I just don't like how
it was a really good job.
went
though, as
back
far
to
as the
Tony
credits.
Stark making this next Spider-Man villain just Tony Stark's fault.
It's like everything always. It's all Tony
Yeah,
Stark's
really,
fault.
Well, I mean, he
or
was the
Tony
first
Stark
movie.
related.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's like another
Iron Man's
Ultron
cool.
type of thing.
He kickstarted it.
Not really like Ultron, but more like the.
More like Vulture.
What was the
Barf.
Jeff Bridges' character from Iron Man?
Oh.
From
Obadiah
Stane.
Stane.
Obadiah Stane.
It's kind of like that, how
He's using
how
the technology.
how he blamed Tony Stark for his,
Being poor.
yeah.
for his
So
failures
it's kind of the
for-
same
Yeah.
thing with they kind of go back to Civil War.
So it's not just
like
that.
certain
It's
parts in
it's
Civil
it's a
War.
bunch- It's a couple people from
Jake
Stark
Gyllenhaal
Industries.
developed that.
It even goes as far back as Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does. So
because Jake Gyllenhaal develops the.
So is this movie like it's just like a big old homage to all the Iron Man films?
okay. So you remember in Iron Man? I mean, not Iron
Just
Man.
like
Civil,
that.
You guys are talking
Iron
about
Man.
Iron Man.
remember in Civil War where Tony Stark's giving that presentation and he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
um,
college.
And he calls it what? He calls it barf.
Barf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Barf.
Barf.
Yeah.
This is Barf.
So that was a development that Jake
Jake
Gyllenhaal's
Gyllenhaal's character
character
was doing.
developed, and he called it barf, and Jake Gyllenhaal got
I'll
all
make it reality.
mad and pissed off about it because
He's like,
of what he called it,
"Barf?"
because like this could have been better or whatever, kind of thing, So
Tony Stark kind of just blew it off. And he's
Yeah.
like, really? I spent my life's work.
So like
he
that
called
was
it
like
barf.
something like
that was kind of like the premises of Mysterio. So it was like Mysterio just wasn't just one person,
Yeah, it was
and it was multiple people.
Yeah.
on there. They
But
all had
but
their,
it was Jake Gyllenhaal who portrayed it as
The
him-
leader.
as the leader
Which
of
they-
this.
So like
scientists from the first
these
Iron
multiple
Man.
Mysterios were like other scientists that Tony Stark kind of like.
Other former
Yeah,
employers
employees.
from Stark
They
Industries.
put it all their abilities and what they did at Stark. They just they were able to put
There
it
was a
all
guy
together.
who developed, who developed
yeah.
drones.
So you remember in the first Iron Man movie when Obadiah Stane yells at that one guy, Tony Stark was able to build this with
Yeah.
a box of scraps.
Yeah.
Um,
Good acting.
He so and pretty much he gets fired because he couldn't develop what he wanted.
That same guy comes out.
That same guy comes
Well,
out.
all of the people had like a reference. To
Yeah, they
all the
had-
past
Cool.
Iron Man,
Good
so-
callback.
Yeah, it's,
So-
it's
Okay,
But,
so
but one thing for sure, dude, that I did love about the movie was how they did portray Mysterio. Like
Yeah.
Spider-Man was just so like dude, like it reminded me almost like
Fooled me.
watching the cartoons
answer me this.
or even
I
reading the
even believed
comics.
it.
Yeah,
Answer me this,
Yeah.
okay? And I heard some things, and I just want to get
and
more.
there is a twist.
more. I don't know much twist, but we all know that in Civil War we didn't see Uncle Ben's death. We know what happened if we didn't see it. Is Tony Stark's death kind of like another Uncle Ben to Spider-Man?
I'm
in
gonna
this
say
movie?
yes because he takes it pretty hard
Yeah.
and he falls
Like
back.
some
He,
murals and stuff.
he falls back on it more and references it more than his uncle. I mean, his uncle's really never mentioned,
yeah.
and I think for this
Too, it's like you
for
don't- in
this
this Spider-Man, you
for
don't
this
even-
universe, I think Tony Stark was his Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
See,
It's like they
see,
don't really portray it as much too, like on how much he really like Uncle Ben. As far as this Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Compared
So
to like Toby and
so he actually takes. I mean, obviously, but it's showed more in this movie that he takes the death of Tony Stark pretty hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
really hard,
Yeah.
really hard.
He blamed himself.
I can't
Yeah.
do it.
It's some of that great Tom Holland acting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
man, it's just- yeah.
Definitely.
This is really cool, man. You see
Oh,
him
dude, I
develop
love Led
and
Zeppelin.
it just
Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah.
what?
I
Peter
don't
Parker
think he
is
would've, like,
Peter
told
Parker
the scenes,
is at in some point in the movie having to redo his
suit.
suit.
Which
So he starts using
Which did that whole part in
Happy
general to
Happy
me is-
gives him
I think it's a huge part in the movie.
Tony's technology to help him redevelop the suit, and Happy sees him working on it, and it kind of sparks a memory to Happy,
Again.
he's seen Stark, but
It's
in
a
Peter
huge part in
Parker,
the movie.
and so Happy puts on AC/DC. Because remember how Iron Man always
And he
played
calls him Led
AC/DC,
Zeppelin?
and he goes,
He's like,
"Oh, I love Led Zeppelin."
Oh my god, dude!
So-
That's
Awesome.
a fucking movie.
Oh, yeah, it's right, but it's awesome.
It's pretty good. It's real entertaining. I
Yeah.
loved it. I
So
would,
would
I
you
would love to go
say
see
that
it again.
it's a good
It's-
closure to the Infinity Gauntlet?
It's definitely a good closure and at the same time a good opening for
the new
generation of
movies.
movies.
Yes.
And
Okay. I don't know the twist, but I do. I don't know because it might give away the twist. Those post-credit scenes. What's up with those? I had no idea what happened.
I don't want to say one for sure, but one does reference back to an MCU movie for sure.
Do we get any sort of nod or wink or any sort of light mention of Kraven the Hunter?
No.
I really don't remember. I
No?
don't think so.
no.
Okay, well, because I heard something I heard someone say those post-credit scenes. Now you know Kraven's coming. I'm like, what?
One of them kind of comes from Captain Marvel.
Yeah, one of the post credits is comes from
The
I'm
Skrulls?
thinking
So
Scrolls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was
Yeah,
so
I was like,
casual.
I was thinking,
Ben
I was like,
Mendelsohn?
He was
Is it Ben Mendelsohn?
yes,
Yeah, he's like,
He comes out.
and his wife.
he's like,
Yeah,
imagine
he's
how
like,
I
yeah.
feel. I'm a
it's
shapeshifter.
it's kind of like oh, what the hell? Like at the end, it's just like what?
Yeah,
But it's pretty cool.
it was kind of just like maybe they're setting up Secret Invasion because
Yeah.
he was posing as Nick Fury the whole movie apparently.
And his wife was posing
Yeah.
as Maria
Maria Hill.
Hill.
But Nick Fury was kind of like monitoring, but like not. He was on like vacation.
He was on like their
Yeah.
ship.
So the whole.
and
the
it was,
whole-
Say that scene and that
and it's
was-
funny because he was like, I just feel stupid. Like,
That and
how do I let him? I'm a shapeshifter. How do I let someone like that fool me like that?
God, that's
Yeah. It's
And
pretty
then,
awesome.
and then he calls like Nick. He's like, yeah, dude, like, I mean, shit's hitting the fan. This that, and Nick just hangs up on him, and
totally Ben Mendelsohn. Oh God, that's so cool.
it's really good.
hilarious.
It's really good. So,
I like
so that's gonna be the end of this episode. Any afterthoughts, guys? Anything at all?
I'm just happy to be back.
Happy to be
So,
back.
yes,
Happy to be back.
Happy to be back. We're glad to have you back with us.
for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Like I said, and you know, I mean, I don't think we really need to do outros because we're gonna be right back.
No, we don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So-
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
2 years from now.
But I just will, I just want to say, we will leave you with